Guys, ready to get mic tip? Start here up front with Daryl.
John, how concerned or maybe just curious were you about how your team was going to play tonight, coming off with a big emotional win and all?
Every game we play, there's emotion to it. So it's a different deal for this program. Because whether it's at Auburn or at Vanderbilt, or they're all sold out and it's a huge game. And so we need to be more steady in how we do this. And we are. I said the Kansas game is really, really big because it's the next game. I mean, we weren't worried about Kansas. I've not watched one thing on Kansas. I watched a little bit of maybe Iowa State, I think I watched maybe 4 minutes of them live TV. So I can't tell you one thing about how they play. This was about beating a top 20 team, a team that's played well all year, a team that makes 9 threes per game, missed some shots today, thank goodness. And then they rebound like crazy. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. They missed a lot of shots that they normally make.
On the left, Jerry.
John, Ben Howland and one of his players was talking about your defense and how it sped them up, got them out of their rhythm. What did you think of your defense tonight?
I thought Ashton, when you're on the ball playing like he plays, it bleeds into everybody else. If your guy at the point is getting beat on the dribble and can't control the guy a little bit, you're in jeopardy. That's why when we recruit point guards, if we have a guy, I tell him, I mean, how are we going to start our defense if he can't stay in front of the ball? Stats don't matter to me. Can he do it? Last year we had Shea did it, and now Ashton does it. I'll tell you who else did it. He was sick today. We don't know if he had the flu or a virus, was Jamal Baker. So when I went back to him, I said, Coach, I can't feel my legs right now. So that's why I didn't go back to him in the second half. But he's another one that's really, and the guy that's really improved is Tyler. Tyler went from not being able to stay in front of anybody to, like, he's not bad. Now, he leaves his feet at times, but he's not bad.
Back to Scott.
How about EJ today? Aren't we all waiting for him to go do that? You could say, well, if you just play him, well, if the other kid's really playing well, it's hard. But today, we had a stretch where our two bigs, like, we're going through the motions, couldn't get open, couldn't fight. Okay, bang, you're out. We'll play these two. Now you become the backups to them. And I told those two, play as many minutes as you can play. When you need a break, let me know. We'll sub the guy off the bench, and when you want to go back in, you go back in. Nick was good again today. Thought Nick did some good things. And I like the fact that, Travis had 12 rebounds, but still, he's missing some baskets he got to make.
Kelly kind of beat me to the punch here on EJ, but how significant, if it was it for him to see a jump shot go down? Obviously he's a good shooter, it just doesn't look like it so far. You talked about Tyler early in the season. Yeah, he can shoot, he just got to see some go down.
Yeah, and I told him it's the first one he made all year. It's pretty good that you make one finally. But no, I keep telling him he's going to break through and everybody's going to say, oh my gosh, who is this guy? I mean, did you see him block that shot? It changed the game. If we had another big guy in and he just acted like, well, it's not my man, and didn't block that shot, and that ball goes in, we could have lost the game. That changed the game. Those kind of plays, one, they make it so guards won't drive in there, but two, they change the game because you get breakouts down the other end. And he and Nick are able to do that for us. PJ had some blocks today. PJ played 4 blocks, 21 points, and 6 rebounds, and I still think he played without that motor parts of the game, and that's what was making me angry. Come on, man, battle. But that's how good I think he is.
On left, Larry.
John, when you talk about PJ, what is it that you see when he gets that motor going, or why does he not get it going?
Because he'll dunk on you, he'll go get a rebound in traffic, he'll go block, and when he doesn't, he posts up and the guy runs around him and tips it away. You try to throw it to him at the elbow, the guy runs around him and tips it away instead of he fighting the guy. He getting open, the same deal. Blocking out on free throws. Like you could step in or your motor's running and you're just blasting the guy, making sure you can get it. he has that game, but he also has that other game. And we just got to tell him it's not acceptable. And that's why if EJ plays the way he is, it's easy. You just go to EJ. And I told PJ today, I said, I let you out 6 minutes, and you know what? You came in and played as good as you played all year. Maybe I should leave you out 6 minutes. Maybe that gets you going. Maybe you need to rest.
In the back.
Coach, you all seem to struggle at times with double teams.
Who?
You guys seem to struggle at times with double teams in the post. What was
Spacing was just awful. And one, they double team. Reed had PJ under the goal. And we're not talking enough. You need to talk on offense as well as defense. But our spacing was awful. We got work to do.
Johnny right here. At one point in the second half, the lead was cut down to 2 points. And I think along about that same time, you inserted Nick Richardson in the game, and everything changed. Talk about how you changed the game.
Well, he and EJ both did. And they blocked shots, and it changed what was going on. But we made 2 or 3 plays. The last one where Ashton tried to shoot a ball with the 7-footer on him when 2 guys were open for threes. I just said, what are you doing? You know, those are the plays that you let teams back in it. And then later we come down, and who makes the 3 that really mattered? Emmanuel. And then he makes the free throws. And all of a sudden it's back to 9, and then you bang a 3, PJ hits a 3, now all of a sudden it's 14-15, and it's a ball game. But it could go the other way the same way. Those 2 or 3 plays, we're making them ourselves. They're self-inflicted. That lets teams be in the games when we should be good enough to get away from teams. Let me say this. This is a top 20 team that did not shoot the ball well today. So what you saw, they usually make 9. They make 3. They make their normal, say they make 7. This is a 5-6 point game. And some of them were open.
Darryl, okay, right?
John, you talked a while back about becoming a player-driven team. What kind of strides have they made in that regard, and what's still left to do?
They're getting better. You know, now I've just got to keep an eye on being humble and being hungry, not, you know, getting carried away, because we're just beginning the climb of where we need to go. We had 16 turnovers today, so we're just beginning the climb. Last game against Auburn, we got up, whatever it was, 16, and I showed them the 10 plays that we were self-inflicted that let them back in the game. Now, I will say this, we made some plays that they make a play, we made a play. We did, but there were 10. 2 of them were free throw blockouts. Another one was just bouncing one off your foot because you're not really alert. 2 of them not getting open. Why would you not get open? Why would you run from the guy? We work every day on getting into all those kind of things. It only takes 1 or 2 things to change the whole complexion of the game. And so we're showing them, we're talking about it. They're engaged. We had a coach come in the gym the other day and watch us practice and said, man, are they engaged? They are really locked into what you're doing and what you're trying to do as a team.
Back to Kyle.
Cal, if this team, if this group is a puzzle, how many pieces are still off to the side trying to figure out where to snap them in?
Well, we're still trying to mess with offense. I did a couple of different things today that you guys don't know basketball, so you wouldn't know, but there were some things I did offensively that were different because I wanted to try some stuff. And I kind of liked one and the other I wasn't so sure of. Defensively, you know, I don't like going game to game, changing how you play pick and roll. And I'd rather say, this is who we are. You force your will on them, even though they know it's coming. The old Green Bay Packer, what did they call that play?
Sweep.
The sweep. You knew it was coming. Sweep! Touchdown. So I don't like changing, but we're doing some things at times, changing up how we're playing some stuff. But this is a smart team, so we can go over it in 2 days, and they usually are pretty good about it.
End with Larry.
John, just wondering your request for people to help donate to the fund for the federal workers and all. How's that going, and what prompted you to go ahead and make that request?
I wasn't going to do anything, but I'm afraid this thing is going to keep going. And this is the shutdown. And We have about 500 federal workers not being paid in our city. They work here. They work at the jail. They work at the TSA. They work at the agriculture. They work sheriffs. There's about 500 people. And what we did, the initial thing was, let's get them some where they could go get gas and, you know, folks, it's literally a grant. They don't have to pay it back. You know what I asked them to do? Pay it forward when you get paid. Give it to somebody else. And my hope is that they will. Now I'm saying it's going to keep going, and we had earmarked about $250,000, and we kind of blew through it. Now I'm saying if we have to do this again, does anybody want to be involved? And it's probably raised about $10,000, and I haven't. Eric said, do you want to put it out again? I said, not really. I mean, if we have to, Ellen and I will do it again. But I went over to Reach 4 different times, probably go over tomorrow. And when you see the people, they're all the people I grew up with. And they don't deserve to be the brunt of this. Some of them were struggling before this with child issues and some other things and health issues, and now this hits them. And it's just, I don't think it's fair. So, you know, we're going to continue to do it. And like I said, it was about $10,000. But I hope cooler heads. Did anything happen today?
Nothing good.
All right, folks. Stop there. Players coming right out. EJ, Ashton, Tyler.